And one. We're back. Hi, hon.
Hi.
Hi. The plane just flew over, and we had to redo it. Behind me, there's a window, and we were talking. We're trying to start the podcast, and then there was a Frisian airplane just flying by, making noise, and I was like, anyways, the plane, boss, the plane. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back to the Growing Samoan podcast. I'm your host, DJ Hen, aka Hen Dog, aka Uncle Hen, aka the guy known as the Growing Samoan podcast. And I'm here with my beautiful wife and lovely host, Tala.
Hello.
How's your day, baby?
Long.
Yeah, you went to some classes, right?
Yeah, I had to go to mandatory training
Yeah.
for daycare. So I watch my nieces and nephews for my sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much my job.
Yeah. Well,
um,
one of them. You got many jobs, got
yeah.
many hats.
And so unfortunately, my job requires 30 hours of mandatory training, which today was day one. But that being said, it's done for the day.
Yeah. But that's 30 hours for the whole year.
Yeah,
So I
I
think,
can't complain.
yeah, you can't complain about that. Listen, we can talk about that side hustle because a lot of people now you do let the listeners know that you do daycare.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. I
through
do
this.
daycare through the Department of
Yeah,
Social and Health Services.
yeah,
We're DSHS
yeah.
here in Washington State.
Word up,
And
and you're helping out.
my sister.
Boom, bam, boom, bam.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's
So
up.
she has 5 kids,
Hmm.
and so I get 5 kids in and out
Yeah.
certain days.
Now that's a beautiful thing in the Samoan community. And before we get into that, I just want to welcome everybody first. Welcome everybody to Alofa Lava, Malolele. Say
Hello.
some, honey.
Yorona.
Yarana, Aloha, and Bula.
Mabuhay.
Yeah, Mabuhay. Welcome back to another episode of the Growing Samoan podcast. Whether you're Samoan or Pacific Islander or any race in the world, this podcast is for you. Talking about financial education, personal finance, and personal development. But this is for you, our Samoan people, Polynesian, and people who just want to learn about life, finances, and personal finance. Things that can help you out in life. Like what we were just talking about. The Samoan community, we do a lot of daycare. Whether you're a grandparent, whether you're auntie, uncle, mom, or dad who stays at home, and whoa, we're flickering over here. I hope we don't have a blackout. Is there supposed to be thunderstorms over here? Anyways, we do a lot of daycare in our community. Oh, damn, there's thunder.
Well, you guys all heard the thunder.
Damn. So there's
We were
thunder in the
expecting
forecast, and first there was an airplane flying over, and
to
I said
redo
let's
it.
redo this, and now there's thunder. So, anyways, you guys, we're not in Oklahoma, but there's thunder. We're in the Pacific Northwest, and there's thunder crack-a-lack and jack-a-lacking in the background.
Yep. So our last day of summer was officially yesterday.
Yeah.
And now we are back to our wonderful, wonderful rain.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Official day's over? So now it's...
No, I mean, that was
Oh,
our last day
yeah.
of full sun,
Yeah, when you live in the
beautiful
north,
weather.
when you live in the Northwest, you get to know the seasons. Once August is over, summer is over real quick. And
Pretty
here
much.
comes the rain, and that's where we're at right now. But getting back to what we were talking about, daycare and the Samoan community and other Polynesian communities, daycare is a big time thing in our families because we're very, very family orientated people, and we do it for free.
Well, we consider it as supporting or helping out a family or relative.
Yeah, it's like mandatory. If your grandma's at home, she watches the kids because we don't put any of our elders into what's it called, elder homes,
Those are like
retirement.
retirement homes or
We don't.
hospice, or
Yeah,
there's so many convalescents.
for some, well, for our reasons, we just don't do that. We believe that our family should live with us forever.
It's not it's in our culture,
It's
our
in our culture.
upbringing.
It's just in our nature. It's just that to us. That's just the right thing to do.
It's love. Why would we
We call
send?
it. We call it love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would we send our parents or grandparents to have strangers care for them when?
Yeah.
Well, I can understand the
Yeah.
ability of not being able to, but yet it's not in our
And
build or in our being.
and you know what, man? The videos of those daycare elderly facilities doing them horrible things to those
Well,
those poor old people, man.
there's
Ugh.
pros and cons, just like everything in life, good and bad.
Yeah. So it's either you let your parents stay at home in a Samoan household, and yeah, that's thunder. Get out of
Go,
here, man.
buddy.
We're doing our podcast. And keep it down, homie. I love you. Yeah, he loves you too. And it's either you put your grandparents into a elderly home, and they get all messed up by these strangers. These strangers who just do bad things to them.
Well, that's
Or
just in bad
yeah,
places. Not all places are like that.
or yeah, not all places.
Yeah, there's some good.
Or
There's some good. So it's not all bad.
no, it's not all bad. But you could go that route, or you can keep them at home and have your crazy ass kids jump all over your grandparents and drive them crazy.
Right. Right. Well,
Your Ulavale kids are running around.
You mean our kids?
I used to do that, man, to my poor grandma, man. Rest in peace, rest in love. My grandma, when we were little kids, she was at home, my grandpa, and it was like summertime, so me and my cousins, we would just run around, make noise in the garage, like playing, tag and just being kids. And it was nap time. It was like afternoon, and they were trying to sleep. And my grandma would come down and say, "Hey, soy pizza," and she'd just try to suss us with the broom and stuff. And we were so bad. We just run around and just like, grandma's coming, grandma's coming. And I'd rather that than have her, at some home where you don't trust these people that are just, I don't know. So that's just it's Samoan thing, I guess. Samoan thing, or I don't know. It's just in our culture. It's our nature. That's if you look at the majority of the group homes, retirement homes. You won't see any Samoan or Polynesians. Period. In group homes, we don't do that. We just don't. It's nothing against other cultures. It's just we just don't do that.
I can understand. I can understand if you're an or these elderly people, seniors, don't have family. That's kind of the difference, really.
But other cultures know that when it comes to Polynesians, we got family.
Right.
We got hella family.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Every time we go places, we roll deep, and that's to other people is deep, man. That's a big old fat. That was some lightning, but to us, it's normal.
Wow.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's cool. This is tight. We got this podcast.
Like, kids, make sure we have the flashlight and the candles just in case.
We got this podcast going on with lightning and thunder
Lightning
in the
and thunder in the
background.
background.
Lord Raiden up in the house.
But
So
but yeah, I mean, we do that's something that happens a lot frequently in our cultures. We have a lot of daycare.
so yeah,
A lot
so
of childcare.
so besides the grandparents, and that's just something that I don't know, we're just talking about. That's just we're talking about Samoan life here. Other than the grandparents, and we don't do group homes. We do a lot of home daycare where it's just out of love. Like there is a different generation now that does go to work, and they want to pay for like outside daycare because they don't have relatives to stay home to watch over them. And man, we did that. Remember we did that?
Yeah.
Oh, we did that. Oh my
We
gosh, with our third son.
Our middle child.
And oh my gosh, them daycare, woo,
It's pretty
they
pricey.
were charging. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I don't know how people still do it, but they still do it.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't do this daycare for this guy because mommy's at home now, and
Jacob.
we were like killing ourselves financially.
I mean,
It's hard when you got to pay for daycare.
it's
So hard.
it's bad enough that nowadays it takes two incomes to to support your household and raise your family. But it was like one was working to pay the bills and the other one was working to pay daycare. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
got
it was.
the daycare is so expensive, and then you have the so hold on, messing with this computer stuff, and then you have the bills you gotta pay, your rent,
Yeah.
mortgage, whatever, and it's just so hard. It makes things so much hard financially on our Samoan people, Polynesian people, because first of all, you're not financially educated, and then on top of that, you don't know what to do with your children if you want to go that route with the daycare. So you just have to do it. And that's why the majority of us depend on our family. So we are fortunate and very blessed to be financially educated, and that helped us choose and make the decision of having Tala here. Man, our lights are about to get cut off. For some reason, if it does, then we're about to do another podcast. But let's keep going.
Yeah.
Lights are flickering and everything.
I'm noticing
So,
that.
anyways, we have made the decision. We after we got financially educated, we ran the numbers, and the numbers were okay for Tala to leave her 9 to 5 job and stay at home to help with our children. So we got 5 children, y'all. If you guys didn't know, we have 5 children. 2 of them are
All
adults
boys.
now, so we're good.
All boys. No,
Yeah.
no pink in this household except for me.
So, and Tala, we said, okay, so what can be another source of income? Because it's all about income, right? And in a Samoan household, Polynesian household, there's always other family members that need help via daycare.
So you'll have to excuse us. Our neighbors are outside screaming like 'cause
Oh, no,
they're
it's fine.
watching all these lightning.
it's like a fireworks show out there.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm sure.
And it's cool. It's cool background noise. And if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you'll probably remember this date and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that when there was a thunderstorm."
Yeah.
But
But
because we're recording this on a Saturday,
yeah,
but it won't air till Monday.
it's fine.
But anyways, so we ran the numbers. If you run the numbers,
Numbers don't lie.
we had the opportunity to not only keep one of the parents home because we're both working, and the stress. You were so stressed out at
I
work.
sure was.
You hated it. I mean,
I love what I did, but
Yeah.
the just the responsibilities, the burden, the extra work,
Yeah.
it was stressful. So
You
that
hated
mental stress was was horrible.
You hated it. I
My
hated it.
family hated it
Yeah.
because I just, yeah.
I hated it at the time because, it's very hard, difficult for two the parents to go to work.
Yeah, and we missed out
And
a lot on our children's lives,
you miss out a lot, and then there's nobody home. It's
Yeah.
like there's nobody home. It's like you gotta try and figure out who's gonna be watching over the kids and stuff like that, or taking care of the kids, the children. So with Tala at home now, and when we made a decision, it made life much easier. But when
Just
that,
pop out.
of course, but when that happens, you have to find another source of income, and this source of income came with and a blessing to us because we weren't expecting it, but we made that decision that, hey, well, this is what we did. I said, first, quit your job. I said, I'm tired of you getting stressed out. I said, I can handle this. We'll work things out. And as soon as that happened,
My sister saw an opening
yeah,
to come over and be like, "You're home,"
yeah,
and she asked
mm-hmm,
if there was any chance that I could help her with the kids because she was working full time. Actually, she works 2 jobs, and just she has 5 of her own.
yeah. So she wanted help. Wanted to ask you now that you're at home.
I'm at
She said,
home.
"Hey, can you help me out daycare for the kids? And we'll go through DSHS and let the state pay for you
Yeah,
somewhat."
yeah.
And then we're like,
Well, there you go.
"Hell yeah,
There's another source that's a source of income. I mean, we usually try to. I know that there's mention that we usually do it out of love, but in her case, she asked because she knew that we also needed.
no, 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 no." Here's the thing: it is out of love, but it's not coming out of her pocket.
Yeah.
This the state will pay you for watching your relatives. Is it your friends too, or just your relatives?
No,
It can be friends. It
it's
can be anybody.
friends, anybody.
You know,
But
for
it is a
watching the
program.
kids.
It's a
a
program
Yeah.
through the state
To
of
the state.
Washington.
Yeah. In
That-
Washington State, that's where we live. There's a program, and to all of you listeners out there, if you guys are in other states, wherever it may be, up and down the coast or around the country,
Yeah.
West Coast, East Coast, check your local state, and if you're watching some kids and you're not getting paid for it, you better go and talk to somebody and go take them straight to DSHS and say, hey, yeah, what do I got to fill out? Because it's helping us out big time with our income. It has been helping us out for how long has it been now?
I have been home almost going on 2 years now.
Oh, damn. See?
Almost
I
2
think that's
years.
why my life is more happier now. Because you're home 2 years and you're getting income.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a win-win. And a lot of people can't see it that way because a lot of people, first of all, don't know how to handle their finances first. See, we figured that out and we made the decision to go this route, which once we knew the numbers, we said, okay, it works. And it works. In 2 years, I'm happier than I can ever be because you're able to be at home and do things for me and for the children. And not only that, there's income coming in from the state, you know.
Plus, I can be honest and say that financially, in the past, we've never agreed on finances. We're ever on the same page
Mm-hmm.
when it came to finances. But since Henry decided to get financially educated and did the research, and it took him a little bit to push me to research and learn,
Yeah.
so I can be on the same page as him. Because believe me, oh goodness, just like any other couple, money and finances are the source of disagreements and a lot of things in the marriage. So
Yeah.
so that's a huge help, especially with being financially educated,
Yes, sir.
and then now having that extra income to help with our family.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we could have done it with just yours alone, it would have been a little bit more harder.
Yes, sir.
This definitely made it easier.
Yeah.
And it's not the only income, thank goodness,
Yeah.
that I make, which is a huge blessing. So
Yeah. Yeah. So when we started this, this journey for Tala to stay home, it was kind of different because in this day and age, everybody's used to both parents going to work because there's that old saying, it takes two sources of income in order to raise a family in this day and age, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how we were thinking for a long time.
Right.
That's me and Tyler were like, yeah, we just gotta work. Oh, did you find another job? Oh, it gets paid more. Oh, to go do that. Oh, then we'll be okay. Oh, another job is offering more and more. Oh, if we both work and we just continue, then you know, snap, crackle, and pop. There's lightning and everything back here. This is tight. And we were living like that for years until we just finally thought outside of the box,
Mm-hmm.
became financially educated, and say, you know what's more important, us trying to make money and living off paycheck to paycheck with both of us being at work and both of us stressing out and just being miserable with our jobs, or rearranging our lives to make it more happier for us, which means for one of us to be staying at home to do the home thing for our family and also making an income. And the very, very, very most important thing of all out of this decision is the fact that Tala is able to help her sister
Yeah.
family. That's what we love in our family, in our ainga, is to help our family. And it's so much of a win-win-win scenario when you're doing daycare from home through the state, because number one, you get to stay home and do things that you couldn't do
Which is
before.
basically, maid, housewife, chef, chauffeur,
Yeah. And
all hats
many things,
combined.
so many things. And then number two, you you're able to help out a relative, a family friend, because they trust you, they love you, and you love them, to be able to take care of their children and treat them like your own.
Hmm.
Strangers won't do that. Strangers won't do that.
No.
Family, friends, close friends, relatives will do that because it's blood. And number three, you're still getting a source of income. You know, you still get a source of income. Now, those are the major three, right? Helping out, being able to be at home. Number two, being able to help out your loved one, because doing this for your sister has made it so much easier for her,
Yeah, and the
on her
benefit is
pockets,
I get to spend
on
a
her
lot of
time.
time with
Yeah,
my nieces and my
yeah,
nephews,
yeah.
which is great because then my kids benefit from it as well. They get to see their cousins more
Mm.
often, and and we both get to spend a lot of time with them. They don't ever want to go home, but that's normal.
And there's other family members who help out with her too.
Mm-hmm.
Tala's not the only one. She has family members from all sides. So it's kind of like the more help. Damn, that is so loud.
I'm just watching
Yeah,
flashes
this is crazy.
underneath the window here.
We're gonna call this the thunderstorm episode. Daycare thunderstorm.
You might as well open up that blind and
Oh, huh.
to
Oh, yeah. So you guys can get a little look on YouTube. Once again, we're on YouTube. If you guys want to see the thunder flashing in the background, I'm gonna open the blind up right now.
because I see nothing but flashes of lightning just going.
Maybe I should just open the whole window thing up.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's pouring.
Oh.
I thought the hurricane was on the East Coast. We're on the West Coast. There was a hurricane Dorian or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Dorian.
Was it Dorian?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But now we're on the West Coast. Now we got a thunderstorm out here. So yeah, that's crazy. That, boy. So going back to the daycare thing, just being able to help out. Like that's the one thing I told Lo. I mean, well, AKA that's your nickname, Tala, and I said,
Jacob.
the number one thing that I love about you doing daycare you're taking care. I mean, you're helping out your sister. You know, when you're helping out your family, like in a way where it's loving and it takes a load off their shoulder. You know, that's more priceless than anything in the world. That's the stuff that life is about. You know what I'm saying, babe?
Mm.
You know, because if she were to just continue to like, she was doing daycare, right? Right?
Who?
Your sister. She was taking them to like the
Well,
regular daycare.
yeah. Before I took
Yeah,
over,
she was
my
taking
mom
to.
did it, and then
Yeah,
she when my mom went to
yeah.
California, and she had
She had to
to
take them
take them
to a
to an
regular
actual
daycare.
regular day because we both worked. We
Which,
all worked at that time.
what's the? I'm pretty sure the state helps her out with the
Yeah,
payments,
they
but
do. They do pay for the subsidy
yeah,
for actual daycare centers and
but
facilities,
but
but
but it's not family. It's still not family.
like
When our child was in daycare, did we have one or two? No, we had two children. When we had two children, the first child we put in daycare, he got bit like some other kid straight dug his teeth and left bite marks on him. And I was so pissed off. I was like, I was ready to hurt somebody because I was like, man, who the hell's watching these children or my children? You know, who's watching my kid? Why are you gonna let this other kid just bite the hell out of my son? And then years later, we had a child, and we had to do daycare again, and the same thing happened. The same thing happened. So
sorry,
it's like
excuse me.
you're when you're giving up your children to these daycare companies. There's it's just a business. That's all it is. It's a business. They're there to profit. They're not there. It's not a
Well,
nonprofit. It's
it's a
for
job.
profit. Yeah.
It's a job for them as well, you know.
Yeah, so it's just a job. But if you're doing daycare through the state and helping out a loved one, a family member, hey, guess what? It's like the normal thing we always do every day. We just getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Because if you go to a typical average Samoan Polynesian household, you're going to see old people and you're going to see babies in there, children in there during the day. That's just normal. That's how we roll. That's our life. That's our family. That's why we're so family orientated. So why not get paid for it? Now, don't go. There's some people who are getting.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, okay? It's
It's
not.
not for everybody.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, you have to have a lot of patience, which my supply is very short, to
Yeah.
be honest.
But
But
you're in the classes, and they're changing like the whole program because there's a lot of people scamming the system.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of things going on internally that the program
Yeah.
is trying to weed out pretty much those
Yeah.
that are
Weed them
trying,
out, man. That's good.
trying to get over on the system.
And it's kind of tough because you're getting like paid to watch your loved ones. So it's kind of like if there's people that are trying to get over on the system and do things that you're not supposed to do to make a profit through it, don't do it, people. It's like you guys are the ones who are ruining it, and it's kind of like. But I feel sorry for them. It's just for the fact that I think the reason why they're doing that is they just don't have no financial education.
It's always finances,
Yeah,
money,
it's
money.
finance. They're just greedy. They think that they can get over on the,
Yeah.
on the help from the government program of daycare, and they just need more. They're greedy.
Yeah, don't
Don't do it.
try to
people.
keep it as legit as possible
Yeah,
because
don't
you
do
know what?
it.
It's beneficial to
Grab
everyone.
my mic now because my bag is getting.
Yeah, it's beneficial to everybody, not just our cultures, but just to everybody else who actually really do need that program.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a huge help for us, and it's a huge and I'm glad that
Yeah.
it's a huge help for my sister.
Yeah, man. I love it.
And I get to enjoy, like I said, I get to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time with my babies because we've raised them.
Yeah, it's you get the income is pretty decent. It's a decent income.
It's
you know?
something,
Yeah,
know.
it's
Always
something.
something.
It's something. It can help out if the numbers fit you right, and the income is looking like it's okay for you throughout the year,
and you have patience
and
and you can
patience,
handle it, then yeah,
then go
why
for
not?
it. Go for it, Polynesian people, Samoan people, because you're doing it already. You're at home watching these kids. You know, do it the right way and go get some information.
Yeah.
Do we have information? I would say just go to your local DSHS um, uh,
Yeah.
website
I mean,
and
if you
just get the
just
information you can get there.
pretty much they have.
Google it, fool. Just Google it. Just Google it.
Oh my goodness.
So that's crazy because we didn't really have nothing to talk about, and we're just going off with whatever. Oh yeah, you can turn it on.
Sorry.
And this is a good topic to talk about because a lot of us Polynesians are in this situation. We're in it. We're living proof. I'm glad that we're able to talk to the listeners about this
Yeah.
because in our financial world, this is helping us out not only financially, but you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, just having the opportunity for everybody to be, happy.
Yeah, like we were saying, we
Your
could
home.
have done it with one income. That was a decision we made,
Hmm.
with the thoughts of what we could do on the side to make extra income. But that
Hmm.
was a huge help for us.
Yeah. And not only that, while Tala is at home, right? Not only is she at home doing the things she loves to do and doesn't have to go to work. I mean, on regular 9 to 5, she doesn't have. So basically, she works at home from home, and she doesn't have to take the commute to work. She doesn't have to be stuck in that truck. Bless you, bless you. She doesn't have to be stuck. And another bless you. She doesn't have. You got one more coming.
Sorry.
Ready? Just let it out. Good. Here we go. Bless you. There's probably another one
Thank
coming,
you.
but I'm gonna just keep going. So you have the opportunity to work from home, um, not not have to worry about dealing with uh,
Oh, goodness.
disgruntled employees, crazy employees, mean old bosses that you just want to
Micromanaging
punch in the
bosses.
face. And you had a lot of those. Those bosses are just crazy. But and this is the best part of you being able to be at home.
Okay.
You want some of those allergy pills?
No, I'm good.
Is it the fan?
I don't know.
You sure? You can turn that fan off if you want. But and she's able to do all that, and she's able to educate herself even more about what we need to do and accomplish in our journey to financial independence, which led her to side hustles. Side hustles.
Sorry.
While she blows her isu,
Sorry.
she has also found another side hustle, which she's getting another source of income. So it's kind of like the opportunity of being able to be at home and working from home with daycare led her to find more avenues to make more income. We call them side hustles.
Yeah.
And she's doing another sort of side hustle income, which is making more,
Which is more
revenue
money.
income
Yeah,
for
more
us.
income for us to invest, to put towards
Yeah.
our.
But this is a side hustle that she also does from home. So it's amazing.
There's so many out there.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed
Yeah.
of things that you can find when you're looking for jobs or
Yeah.
just something to make extra income from
Mhm.
home. It's a lot of things are telecommuting now, so
Yeah.
everything's online in this generation. So
Yeah. And
in this
it's
day and
just
age,
it's crazy. This day and age, people,
everything's
everything
at the
is
tip of your
digital.
fingers, and
Yeah.
yeah. You can do it all. Everybody,
Yeah.
you can do shopping,
From
all
home.
e-commerce.
From
It's
home.
ridiculous.
E-commerce. And that's actually
Yeah.
the field that she's doing the other side also. It's through e-commerce, which you can just do from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, everybody orders
Yeah.
online. Food. I mean, now it's
Yeah.
everything.
So going back to daycare, the the what should I say, the decision of us to choose for Tala to stay at home and watch her nieces and nephews and collect the income through the DSHS has also allowed her to search, because she has so much time now, to search and research of other side hustles which she has found another source of income through e-commerce, all from the comfort of your own home. So it's that old traditional, I have to go to work, I have to go, to a normal 9 to 5 is so played out.
Yeah,
It's so played out.
you don't anymore,
No.
honestly. Let's just say if you picked up two side hustles, you can pretty much make what you make now.
Yeah, and that's the journey
It's
that we're on right now, because I'm staying with my 9 to 5 job.
yeah,
I
and
put in,
that's our plan.
yeah,
Our plan
yeah,
is for you to stay there until we can financially retire you.
yeah. So other than Tala and we were talking about her, what I do is I just work at a regular 9 to 5, and I've invested some years in that job. It's just a job, but with this job, it has allowed me to um, be the main source of income,
Our breadwinner.
while Tala starts working on her stay at home, work from home income, which is awesome. It's amazing to me because I feel like we've hit like halfway financial independence. And this is why I say it, because the definition of financial independence, which we explained earlier in the earlier podcasts, I'm gonna like readjust that and say, I'm gonna change it to something like this. There's financial independence, and then there's financial freedom, and I love that word, financial freedom. Freedom from finances. So financial independence is, in my definition, and this is from someone I heard that explained this, and I loved it, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna explain to our listeners. Financial independence is when you can earn finances independently. That means you're not going to your typical 9 to 5 job, working for someone else. You're actually running a business yourself. Like you can own your own business. Or to me, you're working from home. Because working from home is like, that's the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like now that I witnessed you do it for 2 years, I'm just so happy to me that I can look at you and be like, wow, okay. To me, in my eyes, you've reached financial independence, even though it's called working from home. Everybody loves working from home, but to me, working from home is so much more, so much more. Because we've lived through it for 2 years, and it's been just so many benefits of one parent being at home, making income by working from home, and also doing the duties of a parent at home.
Yeah,
If you have a family.
It's also benefits my our youngest son, the one that Jacob.
Yeah, the one always popping his head in.
Because it allows him to be homeschooled.
Yeah, and that's another. That's
another decision that we.
Another avenue that we can get into.
Yep.
But that's another plus for us, because I don't want to get into that because that'll just go on forever. We'll probably talk about that, on another podcast too. But that's another benefit of homeschooling our youngest.
And then we can teach him things that he'll need to learn.
Yeah, because you know me, you know where I stay at with schools. Schools to me are just they're outdated,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
outdated.
but we want to implement into what he's learning
Yeah,
about daily life, things that they don't teach us in
yeah,
school about what to use on a daily basis.
hmm
Um, yeah, which credit is a huge factor.
yeah.
Hmm.
So the benefits. We're talking about the benefits of staying. Oh yeah, yeah. So financial independence, in my definition, is when you're able to not work a typical 9 to 5 for somebody else. When you're able to make some income by either you owning your own business or by, in my opinion, staying at home, working from home, because you don't have to deal with the nonsense of, you know, the other people at work and the traffic, and you just wake up, do your thing, and then you just work from home, hop on your computer, laptop, and you just work, on your own hours and this and that. And then there's financial freedom. So financial freedom is when you don't have to work at all.
Hmm.
Is when you have investments that work for you themselves.
You've built your passive income.
You have built enough passive income to where you could say goodbye to your 9 to 5 and to your work from home job or even your business.
Yep.
Yeah, that's financial freedom. Now that's the main goal, but financial independence. I love that too. If I was able to find a source of income by working at home, working from home, that um, matches what I make
Yeah.
right now, I'll do it, people,
Yeah.
within the heartbeat. Because the benefits of being at home with my wife and my children,
Time.
oh yeah, that's
Time is
the
something
time.
that
It's
we
something
don't.
you can never get back. So all the hours and the days, months, and years you spend, at a job with these strangers, that's time you will never get back. So, but if you work from home, you got most of you're at home. Where home is where the heart is. It's priceless. Just to be at home, to wake up, to have breakfast with your children, to do whatever you want to do, and make another source of income through any kind of side hustle or whatever it may be. In this day and age, 2019, there's so many ways you can do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can eat in the front. You're gonna be clinking and clanking your plate over here.
Hmm.
That's our other son. He eat some spaghetti, right?
Having some
Paschetti.
dinner.
Couple calls it paschetti. We used to call it super skitty. But yeah, I guess this episode is gonna be about daycare, from home,
Well,
because
just it's our update on
well, it's
where
something
we're at.
it's something we're living. This is something we want to talk about on this podcast is the stuff that we're living, stuff that we've
Yeah,
been through.
things
Our
that we're
journey,
going through at this time.
and hey, if it can help out people out there in the world, hopefully it can help you all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I encourage those of you that are seeking
Yeah, because they,
well,
yeah,
that have started their path of being financially educated, and this is and one of the stepping blocks that you want to get to is to have one parent at home to to make it, stay home, take care of the kids, or make extra income. I mean, this path does work if it is something that you want to get into.
yeah, financially, is very beneficial for you family members out there who think you have somebody, an idea, who could watch your children. You should just go talk to them and see if they're willing to do that. And if you need some advice or you need questions answered, boom, Tala's right here. She's 2 years experienced, with everything legit through the system. Why don't have your loved one pay you out of their own pocket? Use the government, have them pay you guys, and don't be greedy and try to manipulate the system, because it's just not worth it. It's not going to benefit you guys, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Daycare. It's very. That's like another, big time expense. Daycare, man. Oh my gosh. How many? If all of you listeners out there, if you're in your car or out driving to work or driving home, or if you're just anywhere you are and listening to this podcast and you have children and you're struggling through finances with daycare, seek a family member, seek a friend, try to figure out somebody who's willing, who you think will be right for the job, and sit down with them, have a talk with them, share this podcast episode with them. We're Samoan, married couple, and we have 5 children. And my wife, she's watching her sister's children, and she's getting paid through the state, legitimately through it, and it's working out for everybody. I know I have family members on my side too that do the same thing, and they benefited from it too. They benefit from it too. It's such a big help, financially, if there's somebody that can meet the needs of the children. I've seen family members who couldn't meet the needs, and then there was, they had to look for somebody else and somebody else. So in our culture, there's so many of us.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many of us. So yeah, just sit down with your loved ones, and I guarantee you, people, it'll help you guys out. Financially, first of all, because damn, daycare is expensive in a mug. And second of all, mentally, because you'll know that, well, if I have my auntie, my grandma, or my mom, or whoever, uncle, brother, sister, watch my children, at least I know it's my family watching my children, and not some strangers who are going to let other children bite my child.
My husband will never forget that.
I'll never forget that. I was, people were scared when I walked up to the joint. They didn't want to tell me what happened. Because, they looked at the big old Samoan through. They're just like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, but so apparently.
Well, you were pretty upset. So.
Yeah, but luckily I'm a nice guy, But anyways, daycare is a big expense. There's a lot of you young millennials out there who are new parents, and maybe this episode will help you out. There's also people out there who are non-millennials that have children and maybe some grandchildren. Maybe you can help them out. If you're at home, hey, help them out, help your children out or grandchildren out, and you can make a source of income off of it too. It's a win-win for everybody.
There are resources.
Plenty of resources. We'll try and get some resources, and we'll put it in the show notes, whatever we can. We'll do it for our state because Tala, she knows the resources for Washington State. But if you're in another state, check your local resources for government daycare help through the government.
Yeah, just state assistance for
state
paying.
Assistance. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And just go from there, people. Daycare, man, so expensive. Expenses. And I think if you guys have any questions, drop a comment and ask us anything you want to ask Tala. Go to our email. I think it's we'll leave the email at the bottom of the show notes.
Yeah.
It's growing Samoan at gmail.com. GROIN Samoan SAMOAN at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you love this episode and you love this podcast, please, y'all, go to iTunes, rate, review, and subscribe. The more of you guys that rate and review it and leave a review, the bigger.
Yeah, review, a comment. I mean, don't be scared. If you have questions, believe me, I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, don't be scared and leave it, because what it does is it helps our podcast grow, so other Samoan families and Polynesian families and all families alike who can relate to us can find it.
Yeah, it'll help you. I mean, if it's something that you just don't know where to get the answers.
Yeah.
leave a comment,
Mm-hmm.
leave a question, whatever it may be.
And with that being said, we are going to also read a comment, because if you leave a comment, we're going to read it too, because this is what this Growing Samoan podcast is for. It's for you, the listeners and the viewers. Once again, you can listen to our podcast, or you can go to YouTube and watch the video. Our podcast is on 9 platforms. You can listen to us on Anchor, on iTunes, Google Podcasts. It's hard to say that. Google Podcasts.
Google.
Spotify. Thank you, Spotify. They're also a sponsor. Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Stitcher. So yeah, just tune into any of those so you can hear listen to the Growing Samoan podcast. Also on YouTube. We're also on YouTube if you like video. And with that being said, we're gonna read a comment from you. Yes, you. I'm pointing at you in the camera, the listener. We love you. And this comment is gonna be from Tala's gonna read it out here.
Oh,
thank you, listener.
So this comment is from August. Subject is yay.
Yay.
And this comment was left by Sia from LBC.
LBC, that's where you from, right, babe?
Right.
You from the LBC.
Snoop was my neighbor. No,
I thought Long Beach, LBC meant Long Beach City. Is that what it means?
Long Beach, well, yeah, you can term it both ways if you want. Long Beach City or Long Beach, California.
Okay.
Yeah. But the comment left was excited that there's another Samoan podcast.
Yeah.
Hi Lo'u and Bolo and Gainey.
Yeah.
And Lo'u is my Samoan name.
That's you.
It's my Samoan nickname.
That's your nickname, Lo'u.
Mm-hmm.
We all have nicknames.
Yes.
If you Samoan Polynesian, you have a nickname. Everybody has a nickname.
Yes, I don't think I've ever called any of my kids or my nieces and nephews by their full name.
Nah, it's just because we all have nicknames. Yeah. So.
Yeah, thanks, Sia.
So yeah, much love.
Sia
She's excited
from LBC,
and she said, she's excited that there's another Samoan podcast. It's beautiful, man. We're spreading the Samoan help. That's why we're doing these podcasts. There's a lot of podcasts out there that they're just popping up. We popped up. This is only our 7th episode, and we're getting some love from the community. Thank you so much. We're getting some big love. We have another shout out from another comment that I'm going to read on the next episode, because we're trying to keep it, spread the comments out. There's so many of them right now.
We want to acknowledge that we received and we love.
Yeah. But today we love you, Sia from the LBC. Thanks for listening. Please tune in some more. Share this episode. Share the podcast with families and friends. And for those of you guys who are listening, once again, please share it. You guys share it. And hopefully you guys can take away something from this episode. We love you guys so much. Tune in again next time. And to fa soi fua, tai lava te leo tau, for listening and tuning in for everything. Yep. This podcast won't exist if it wasn't for you guys. We're doing it every time we read a comment. Every time I see a comment, I read a comment, my heart grows bigger and bigger, because we're growing. Growing Samoan.
And we'll keep you guys posted on our journey as we move along and becoming financially free.
Right. Yeah. And once again, thanks to our sponsors. And the health tip for today, for this episode is the same old. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Drink lots of water. My son keeps asking me, my youngest one, is this healthy? Is that is pizza rolls healthy? Is this healthy? And I tell him, no, it's not healthy. Oh, what about this? Is that healthy? No, it's not healthy. Oh, what's healthy? Fruits are healthy. Vegetables are healthy. and water. Oh, I said, but you can eat that stuff if you want to. If you want to eat pizza rolls, you can eat pizza rolls. It's fine, but just don't eat it all the time. You can't eat it every single day, or just
Portion.
you gotta put in some fruit and veggies here and there. And the more fruits and vegetables and water you eat and drink, uh, the more healthy you'll get. And dang, there's
Yeah,
man, it is.
yeah.
Watch the YouTube video, you guys. It's crazy. There's
It's
lightning and
lightning and
you
thunder.
can hear the thunder
Yeah,
in the
but
audio,
the flashes
but the
of lightning.
flashes, man, I feel like there's a. What's that one comedian say? He said he thought there was people taking pictures of him
Oh, gee. Yeah.
because he was high. No, he had a crackhead relative, and he's like, why are you tripping in a thunderstorm? He's like, oh, I thought people were taking pictures of me. Oh, there it goes
Yeah,
again.
that was very huge.
Yeah,
But thank you guys
thank you
so
guys.
much
Love you guys.
for listening and for watching if you're watching.
Yeah.
Um Hopefully the next episode won't be so crazy, but
Well, the next episode it'll probably just be me. I gotta do a solo episode.
yeah,
And this
yeah.
is good because I'm only make it quick because it's me so because we got a busy schedule coming up this month.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try not rushing, but throw in a couple of episodes. Tala's very busy. She got a busy schedule. And big shout out to before we go, a special love and shout out to Leah and Paulo down there doing their thing.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you guys. Love you guys. Continue to do your thing. We love you guys.
Yeah,
You can.
yeah.
They're so busy.
We're always here.
They're very busy.
We're always
Whenever you
here.
guys want to be guests again on our show, just they already know. They'll let us know. But right now, we're just gonna continue telling you guys and teaching you guys whatever we learn, and just continue to
Yeah.
follow us
Share
on
the
our journey.
information and share the knowledge.
Yeah, just continue to follow us on our journey and grow.
Right.
That's all we can say. Just to continue to grow as we continue to grow. We'll grow together. Growing Samoan. We love you guys. And yeah, we're out. Peace out. Love you guys. Till
Bye,
next
guys.
time. Tune in. Share it. Love you guys. Peace. Let's say wave. All right, everybody. Get close. Wait. Yeah. Smile. All right. We're good. Love you guys. Bye.